Alright, hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are showcasing 200,000 combat power Arbiter Vildred while also explaining why he is still the best character in the game. Alright, so here are the stats of the Arby. I have him on a speed crit set. He has 4.4k attack, 225 speed, 290 crit damage, only 99% crit chance. Hopefully that doesn't screw me later. So here are the pieces of gear. The weapon's pretty good, like almost max rolls. Helmet's pretty good, almost max rolls as well. Here's the chest, the neck. The ring, however, can be improved. That's probably the worst piece of gear on here. And then the boots are pretty good as well. So overall, in order to get a 200k RB, you need to have almost max rolls in every piece of gear. The reason why Arbiter Vildred is so good is because of his passive right here. What this thing does is after he dies, he basically revives and takes a turn instantly. And this could be paired well with this artifact called Alexa's Basket, which gives a 40% chance to proc increased greater attack. So basically once this procs, the whole other team is dead, especially if you have a strong RB. Where he could be improved, so my RB is only single S imprint, so I can actually get 6% extra attack, so that can raise the combat power stat a little bit. And like I said, also this ring, I'm looking for a crit chance gem, so I can get 100% crit chance, so that 1% doesn't screw me in all of my battles. Today we have a guild battle against something Korean letters, and it's looking really close right now. So it's really important that I actually win my battles today. So let's take a look at our tower. Doing pretty well. Look at all those green shields. Yeah, just put in an unawakened unit and just gain all those mystic medals. That's what I'm doing. So for the first battle, we are against Häagen-Dazs. We are bringing the 200k RB in as well as with Flurry and Crow. So essentially what's going to happen is we're going to S3 the Ruel, and then hopefully if RB has enough DPS, we're going to kill that Ruel and just kill that RB. It's a really big tester. We might die here. So for the bottom team, we're just going to Rylot the Celine, and then we're going to Dark Corvus the FCC and the Ravi. There's no way we lose this one, for sure. So let's get started. So I forgot to mention previously that the Crow is bait just because it's a water, so we're going to kind of bait the Flurry's S3 and put defense break on our Crow. So that was basically the reason why we brought Crow. He's on super scuffed gear. So we actually land everything on Ruel, but we didn't proc Alexa's Basket, so we're not actually going to kill her. So that actually might be extremely troublesome. So let's see how much damage the RB does. Luckily he missed on my Crow. The Crow's going to play a big deal because his S3 actually, once he's low health, he can basically like one tap anyone. So we just continue doing, hopefully we kill the Ruel, but we don't. So she's going to actually not have the defense break anymore, and she's going to be able to heal. So that's actually extremely troublesome right now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We haven't even killed the RB yet, so he still has his revive. This is really bad right now. We might lose our RB here. Just a miracle S1, hope we kill, but we don't because we're trash. So the Ruel's going to use her S3 and she's going to put it on herself, so now she's going to be at full health again because this character is really stupid. And then now the RB is just going to one-tap everything, unfortunately, because he just revived. But I mean, that's okay as long as our RB outlives that RB. So we have a revive and we can kill him. But he hasn't countered yet, but he's actually a degen RB, meaning that he's built kind of higher health, so he actually counters, and he's on Moonlight Dreamblade, which gives a 20% chance to evade. And I actually make a mistake here. I don't horse the RB, I actually horse the Flurry, which is very unfortunate because now there's a chance that my RB dies because I didn't get rid of the DPS. Okay, we now have a big problem. We're going to go ahead and kill that Ruel, but now because we did not kill the RB with Crow, there's actually a chance that he kills my RB, and he actually does. So, I mean, this is the end of the showcase, but we're still going to win. I can just use other teams for the other Guild Wars, and I'll be sure to use RB and RT at the end of the video. Alright, so we outspeed everything, which is perfect. So we're just going to use our S3 and a Celine. Hopefully we kill. So unfortunately we didn't kill just because the FCC barrier is so strong. But it shouldn't be a big deal because we're pretty tanky with Dark Corvus and Momo. and she can heal. So we're just going to go ahead and take out the skill nullifier, and then we're going to have Dark Corvus attack and hopefully get the provoke. Alright, perfect. We get the provoke. So now what's going to happen is Celine's just going to bonk our Dark Corvus and just lower our cooldown, and then we're going to S1 into Celine. So basically this game's over because Dark Corvus can just S3 both of them, we basically win. So this was like a completely easy win. But Rylet's going to use his S2, and he's actually going to go into that Ravi, and that Ravi only has 12k health. So it's extremely squishy, so it's actually going to go ahead and die. And then, yeah, we just S3 for the win. And yeah, really simple second battle. So for our second battle, we are against Korean letters. And Korean letters tend to be very scary in this game, so I better watch out. But for the first team, we have Cerise, Fairy Tail Tenebria, and ML Luluka. The ML Luluka is there to extinct the RB, and as long as we outspeed with our Cerise and land unbuffable on the Kayron, we should be perfectly fine. It should be a really easy win. For the second team, we're going against a very meta defense, FCC, Landy, and T-Surin. So we're going to bring FCC, a Tywin, and Landy. Normally I would put RB there, but because my RB died, he's kind of out of commission right now, so we're going to put Landy in, and this should work pretty well too. So my Cerise outspeeds everyone. Actually, everyone outspeeds their whole 3 units, so this is looking extremely good, and it's basically a guaranteed win since we stripped the immunity off the Kayron. So now we're just going to go ahead and S3 with Fairy Tail Tenebria and put unbuffable, hopefully onto the Kayron so we can't get invincibility. And we land it, so yeah, basically it's over. We're just going to S3 into the RB, extinct it, and then it's game over. There's no way they can win. Alright, perfect, so we kill that RB. They're going to try to put defense buff up, but they have unbuffable, so they don't even get it. And yeah, that's game over. Just S3 that Crow, and then we win. Alright, so for the next team, all 3 units outspeed me, but it doesn't matter since I'm running bruisers, and I'm pretty sure I outgear this person, so it shouldn't really be a big deal. And luckily that Landy does poo-poo damage, like no damage whatsoever. So unfortunately I landed silence on my A Tywin, but we're going to go ahead and just strip their skill nullifier with our FCC, so it actually was beneficial that we got outsped here. And then we're just going to keep going into that FCC because that's their sustain basically. And also that Landy is in stealth. So then we're going to go ahead and S3, but we're also going to do poo-poo damage because of that really big barrier that FCC has on the other team. And now the other Landy is going to S3, but we have skill nullifier, so it's actually going to do no damage to us. And it's basically a battle on who can S3 more and who can tank everything better. But we do have A time, which will provide us very pivotal stuns, allowing us to get more attacks in. So we're just going to keep going into FCC because she's the most annoying. And then we're going to S3 with Ambitious Talon. My Ambitious Talon is actually built to have damage. So we're going to do a little bit of damage here. We're actually going to get all the slowdowns and the stuns on the pivotal units, so that's really clutch. And then we're just going to S3 again. And we're actually going to do a lot more damage because Landy's attack stacks after each turn. So we're going to do a lot more damage. So this fight is basically over. So we have our last guild battle against Jean D. Archie. And for the first team, we're just going to run the same exact team because we're facing the same exact team from last battle, except just the ML Crow is replacing the Crow. So we don't really need to do anything about that. And for the second team, we're going to run G. Purges, FCC, and Little Queen Charlotte. So we're going to bonk the Rylet with Little Queen Charlotte and do splash damage to the Tempest Surin. And our G. Purchase is fast, so we're going to put attack buff on our LQC. So it should be a pretty easy win for both of them. Now let's get started. So this is perfect. We outspeed all of their units with all of our units. So we're going to go ahead and S3 to put just to strip the immunity, strip everything. And unfortunately we do not strip the Kron, but we have one more chance, so we need to make sure we strip the immunity on Kron with this and put unbuffable so he can't get his immortality. So let's see, and we do, thankfully. So now all we need to do now is just S3 that Arby with our ML Luluka and just extinct it, and then this game should be over. Yeah, this was a really simple fight. These defenses don't work just because all of these extremely fast debuffers exist. So this was an easy win. So we're gonna put silence on our ML Crow, so he can't even S3. So this is basically over. So we're just gonna kill off the ML Crow, and we're gonna go on to the next battle. Alright, so the Tempest Sword actually outspeeds everything, but we'll get pushed up by G Purchas's passive, but I actually don't have immunity on my ML Charlotte, so we're just gonna have to continue this cycle, so I just decided to skip all that, and now here's the moment that we're all waiting for. I was taking so long because I was deciding whether or not to bonk Rylet or bonk FCC, and I decided to bonk FCC because FCC is just a lot more annoying with all our barriers. So I kind of wanted to just lower her health down as soon as possible. So we're not going to do that much damage, but we're going to do a lot of splash damage just because that's just how LQC passive works. So now we're going to skip and just wait for our thing to just reset. And the Rylet's actually just going to S3 into my LQC, but my LQC is tanky, so she's going to live, and now all their resources are gone and they're low health, so the game is basically over. Alright, so we ban ML Crown, we have first pick, so we're going to go with FCC here just because she's such a strong unit and a very good first pick. So now he's going to counter with Crow and Spectre Tenebria, which is very respectable first two picks. So we're going to counter with Landy because she's really good against Crow, and we're going to pick Arby so we can have splash damage against Spectre Tenebria. We have to draft those early so he doesn't take them. So after he drafts Arby, he's probably going to draft some Arby counters. So he goes with ML Haste, which destroys Arby, and then Ravi, which destroys Landy. So now we have a decision. So we're probably going to draft LQC here just because he's so good against dark units like ML Haste. And then we're going to draft Fairy Tail Tenebria to just apply all those unbuffable debuffs on. So for his last pick, he's going to go Researcher Carrot, which isn't too big of a deal. So now I'm deciding whether or not I ban the Researcher Carrot because I don't really know what she does, to be honest, and the Ravi. I decided to ban the Ravi because I know he's going to ban my Fairy Tail Tenebria, and that I'm afraid that Ravi might just solo me if I don't, so I decided to ban him. So my Arby takes first turn and he procced Alexa's Basket, so we actually might be able to kill that Spectre Tenebria, which is awesome. And we get to apply the skill nullifier, so Crow's horse doesn't kill us because we're doing a lot of damage to it. Fortunately we can counter attack, but that's not a big deal. And then our Landy's gonna go ahead, use her S3, put speed buff, and he's gonna push my LQC up. That's a big deal because the splash damage is now gonna kill Spectre Tenebria. Basically this person just got outgeared, technically outdrafted, I guess. Yeah, there's essentially no way this person would win from the beginning. And now all my DPSs have skill nullifier, so Crow can only go into FCC. And because my FCC is so thick, it's not going to even kill. So he's in a very bad spot right now. So Researcher Carrot's just going to go ahead and S3 and apply a ton of burns and strip some buffs. Not too big of a deal, but these burns will do a lot of damage. And now the Blood Moon Haste is going to go into my RB and heal up the whole team. Not too big of a deal, does a lot of heals, and we actually Alexa's Basket again, which is perfect. So I decided to go into the Researcher Carrot. Probably should have gone to the Blood Moon Haste, but I mean at this point either thing works. And we have our S3 back again just because they had buffs up. Yeah, now our goal is just to basically kill off the Blood Moon Haste. And we die, so Blood Moon Haste is a really good RB counter. So he actually just makes a giant barrier for the whole team. So my S3 actually doesn't do anything, but I still proc Alexa's Basket, and on top of that they have defense buffs, so we're not really doing anything. So we're just going to skip past all that because the barrier's too big. And now we're going to S3 with Soul Burn, because the Soul Burn allows us to get an extra attack. And with that extra attack, we are going to kill the crowd just to get him out of the way. And now my Arby's going to go, and we're just going to S1 and kill the Blood Moon Haste, just ending the game. Alright, to end the video, we're going to do just 5 Covenant summons and review the best one. So we get 3-star trash, more 3-star trash, 3 for 5 3-star trash. Can we get a 4 for 5? Another 3-star trash artifact? Wow, 5 3-stars. This game is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and review Mursa because she's the best unit we pulled out of our 5 summons. So she's basically bootleg Rylet, where she has a 50% chance to evade, and then you could put like an artifact like Moonlight Dreamblade on, which gives an additional 20%, so a total of 70%. And she does a lot of damage with her S3, and she can put silence. So she's actually a really good unit, and she's used pretty decent. And she also has a speed imprint too, which is very beneficial for the rest of your team. So she's overall a very good unit. This is the end of the Arbiter Vildred 200k CP showcase. So for where my channel goes from here, I'm going to try to do more Epic 7 content, but also dive into other games as well, so I can be a more diverse channel. If you want the stats for my other characters, my Discord will be linked in the description. Let me know if you want to see stats or anything. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, comment if you have any questions. It will really help the channel out. And until next time, thanks for watching.